These verses, in the name of God, the most merciful, the most compassionate. This is from the chapter of Fusilas, 30 to 35. Truly, those who say